Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everybody. As you can see, the video was on, but the music did not play, but that's okay. We still had to run it. I want you to know that there's something miraculous taking place in this segment and in this space because me and Melvina, we are tapping into our greatness, tapping into our power. So we invite this invitation to you guys to just show up as yourself, be yourself always anyway, and to like our video, share this video, and make sure you comment below. Let us know where you are tuning in from, and make sure you share this with your family because somebody somewhere needs this message. So, hello, 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 hello. I am your coach, or not your coach, because it's two coaches. I am your host, one of your hosts. I am T. Nicole, and I am the founder of Driven by Purpose and Driven Coaching. I want to say welcome to being here tonight. I'm originally from Pontiac, Michigan. I now reside in Texas. And so when I tell you life has not been the best, but I'm glad I experienced it all because it's teaching me how to live through the storm. It's teaching me how to evolve. It's teaching me how to show up as my authentic self. And that's why you see the name of the show is Authentically Me. So I want to welcome you, welcome you, welcome you. You are going to vibe with me and Coach Melvi. So, Melvi, tell us who you are and where you are from.
Hey y'all, it's Melvi, Coach Melvi. I am also originally born out of Pontiac, Michigan, and I have lived everywhere. I am currently living in the state of Tennessee. I am a mother, a grandmother, a sister. I have many different roles. A few of them being a life coach, a metaphysical life coaching counselor, a Reiki master, meditation meditation specialist, healing specialist. I also am an art therapist. I'm an author and an international speaker. So I dive into a lot of different things, and I am happy, so happy to be here with you all tonight.
Well, again, welcome everybody. I told y'all that woman right there, she gave y'all so many different titles because she does it all. But she's a well-rounded woman, and I love how she shows up. And Melvi, I showed them something in the video, or we showed them something in the video. What was that in the video? Did you say you was the author? I don't remember if you did. Did you tell us?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did. So what was the
Yes,
name
I
of the
did.
book? Okay, so what was the name of that book you wrote, and how can people purchase it?
That book's name, y'all got to catch the name. Catch the name now, because that name is going to have you thinking, like, what did she really say that? It's called What the Hell? A Life Testimony.
Hmm.
That's the name of the book. And it is all about me and where I came from and how I came through.
Hmm.
And the fact that I'm still standing. So it's called What the Hell? A Life Testimony. It's available on Amazon.com.
Can they find it on your page? Do you have that link on your page?
I think I do have a link on that page now. If you look on my page, Melvina, Melvinia forward, somewhere if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the book I did repost it recently,
Mm-hmm.
and it should take you to it. But if not, feel free to just inbox me and let me know, and I will shoot you that link.
Yeah, I heard it here. Get what's the hell? Because I'm telling you, it is an amazing read. And I want you guys to know, like, we both have a story, but I love how she wrote her story and she wants to share it with the world. So make sure y'all tap in and tune in into Melvina's book. And we want to make sure we support her and bless her as and get a copy of the book. And so I'm also an author. I wrote the breakthrough awaits, and it's a women's empowerment journey, and basically it takes you on a journey of self-discovery and not only self discovery, but it gives you an opportunity to really ask those hard questions and dig a little deeper, and
Mhm.
not just worry about what's on the surface. Because sometimes we could just look at what's on the surface and think that we got it all together, but no, you got to go back to the root of the matter, the heart of the matter. So that's what that is all about. It's all about you doing your work and
Mhm.
saying, you know what, I do matter. I have to show up, and then getting rid of that waste management. Not only getting rid of the waste management, but loving it intentionally, and also discovery. It's like just discovering the things that you really like doing and you didn't even know you like doing. So it's time for you to get your breakthrough, right, man?
Exactly. Exactly. Let's do this. It's time for us. It's time for you. It's time for all of us to live the life we are destined to live, the life that we are created to have, and bless others while we're being blessed as well.
So I love that. So thank you for that. So Mel, so can you tell the beautiful people what are we going to be discussing tonight?
Well, we were thinking about it, and a lot of people do not understand what chakras are. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people do, but there are a lot of people that still don't. So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to start discussing with you week by week, point by point, energy source by energy source, the chakras. So you can understand and you can pinpoint what's going on with you, why it's going on with you, and how to fix it and how to
Ooh,
heal. So
I
you
like
can live your authentic life.
I like
How
that,
about
Mel.
that?
Like that, because a lot of people think it's just one way to heal. Oh, I'm having pain in my body and I must run to the doctor. It's
Right.
deeper than that. You can run to the doctor all you want, but you
Hmm.
have to get some new different results, because we are made up of three components, and that is the mind,
Hmm.
the body, and the spirit. I had to get a little comfortable because I'm actually sitting on the floor, because the chakra that we're going to talk about today is dealing with the root. It's the Mali. I just practiced this name, but it's the Mali Hadara. Mali, wait a minute, Mula Hadara. I think that's how you
There it
pronounce
is.
it. Mula Hadara. Hadara. So it's also known as the first chakra. Root chakra is what it is. Okay,
Hmm.
guys. So yeah. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, Melvina. Right?
Okie dokie. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, so guys, thank you. So don't judge me because I misspelled that, not misspelled, but mispronounced the word. But I'm learning, because I realized something, like we are made up of three components. That's the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so sometimes we just focus on, like I said, the physical, but not realizing that there's something on the inside. It's the driving source on the inside. Because like when we go to the doctors, they actually have to put a scope down in our body to see what's taking place in the body. But again, it's a spiritual thing happening on the inside, not so much on the outside, but you can see things that are of this, like, because I'm not trying to get too philosophical or too deep on you, but it's some things that you can see spiritually on the outside as well, but it's more in a natural sense when we see it, like how you see me. It's a natural thing. So I'm gonna leave it right there. We're gonna talk about these chakras tonight, okay, guys? So let me go to it. Okay. So let me go to this one. Hold on one second, guys. So while y'all waiting on me, make sure y'all share this video, comment below, let us know where you are, because I need to know. So hey, so for those that are just tuning in, we're talking about the chakras tonight. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please make sure you tap in, because we want to make sure that you know. We want to answer any questions that you might have. So today we're going to talk about the root chakra, which is also known as the first chakra. And so, the good thing about that, I want to talk about what is a chakra. In Sanskrit means wheel or disc. It says disc. It says it is a spiritual energy center. It There are seven along the spine, and if they are open, closed, or balanced, they can affect the physical, emotional, and spiritual body. I'm gonna say that again. It says if they are open, closed, or balanced, they can affect the physical, emotional, and spiritual body. So did you hear me when I said there are three, we are made up of three parts: the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so I was just mentioning to them, Melvina, that the if your chakras, it says if they are open, closed, or balanced, they can affect the physical, emotional, or spiritual body.
That's
And
true.
so, so the first chakra, which is the root chakra, it says it is located at the base of the spine, related to the earth, stability, vitality, survivor, survival instincts, and a sense of grounding and a connection to our physical body. The symbol is a lotus flower with a petal, or four petals. So not just one petal, but it actually has four petals. You know what? I'm gonna make sure I post it on here too so they can see it as well. Thank you, Melvina. I like that. And then it says opening and balancing. It says balancing the root chakra is all about grounding and stabilizing. Some techniques you can try to balance this chakra are to spend a few minutes outside every day. So imperative. Even when it's cold, go outside for a few minutes so you can balance your chakra, give you peace so you can get grounded. A lot of people like to go outside with no shoes on. That is
Hmm.
blessing. Do it. Right? How you feel about that, Melvina, before I go on? Because I've been talking a lot. How you feel about that?
I actually like going outside. Remember when we were kids and we went outside barefoot and we got fussed at?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I got fussed. Put them shoes on. What's wrong with you? Not realizing that actually we were some of these kids are the healthiest kids around because they ground and don't even know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even realize they're running all in the sand and the dirt. They're touching the earth. They're playing and rolling around in it. That's natural to be like that. We wanted to roll down the dirt hills and stuff, and we couldn't. Our parents wouldn't let us. They didn't understand. But look how the circle is going back around again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But you know something? The amazing thing is, I grew up in the South when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8, and so
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't be in the house. We had to be outside all day long, and so I was blessed because we was outside running on rocks. Don't ask me
See,
what happened. Running on rocks with no shoes on. We didn't have to have on socks. We didn't have to have on shoes. We was free. We was eating mud pies and everything. The-
we had we had fun as kids.
we
We had a
did.
lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if kids get to experience that mud pie. They talk about that Mississippi mud pie. Yeah, it's a real pie. It's a real dirt pie. uh, okay, and then, and then it says another way to balance is your root chakra is earthing. It says walking barefoot outside. Again, this is important. So you be outside already, just walk barefooted, and then organize your room. That brings you balance in your root chakra because it allows you to be grounded. There's just something
Mm-hmm.
about it. And then it says practice yoga or specific yoga poses. So right now you can't see me, but I'm sitting on the floor with my legs crossed and I have something in my hand, but I can hold my fingers like this while I'm sitting on the ground to help me ground my
Mm-hmm.
root chakra. And so that's another thing. And then it says simply invest in something that makes you happy. So
Right.
this will help you ground your root chakra. Now, Melvina, what would you like to say about the chakra?
So for the root chakra, tapping into the emotions. This is where um, it helps us feel secure. When we're dealing with the opposite side of the balancing and everything, where is that coming from? It comes from when the root chakra is not in balance. It comes from insecurities, anxiety, depression, stress. Those are the things that affect our root chakra, and um, we become imbalanced. We really become imbalanced, and a lot of things actually happen to our body from that, such as lower back pains, stiffness in the legs and in the feet, because that's the lower level of that's the lowest part of our body. We don't have too much energy. We're lacking life energy. Our emotions, like I just said, depression, insecurity, fear, those are the things that really affect us. And we a lot of us like to go. Now let me just put this disclaimer out there. A lot of us go to the doctor, and I'm not going to tell you not to, because there are some things you do need to be medicated for. It is what it is. But at the same time, this side of it we also need to consider, because we're the actual cause of things that are happening unto us in our bodies, not unbeknownst to us. So along with whatever medications that may have to be taken, you would take in consideration, okay, why are my legs hurting? Why are my feet hurting? What am I depressed about? What am I in fear about? And it affects your body. All those things, the things we talk about with the cancer and the lupus and the diabetes and all that, it affects our bodies. So if we're looking at these things, like me myself and now right now I have lower back pain and I can barely walk. And I'm
Mhm.
going through healing processes as we speak. So I know that there's a cleansing that I need to do, and I'm going to be doing that pretty soon. Yes, I am taking meds for the pain, but at the same time, I'm also understanding that, okay, what does this mean? What chakra is this affecting in my body? And I realize it is the root chakra. So I know there's some things that I need to address with regards to that. If I'm in fear, what am I in fear about? If I'm anxious or having anxiety, what do I need to be anxious of? What's going on within my mind? Like Teresa said earlier, my mind, my spirit, my body. What's going on? What do I need to look at? And this is where the beginning of it starts. It's easy to sit up and just, it's one thing to know about it, but it's also good to understand how your body works in relation to each one of the chakras. And the root chakra is so, so important, because if the root chakra is not aligned, then the rest of the chakras going up aren't aligned. One affects the other one and affects the other one, all of them. So it's very important to understand what's going on with your body, your mind, and your spirit, as Therese said.
Mhm. Well, thank you for that confirmation, and thank you for that Melvina, because you said something where you were talking about the root chakra and then talking about how it affects our body. I wanted to add the imbalance to the chakra as well. If it says that imbalance in the chakra can lead to anxiety, you mentioned that fear, and then it says fear or rejection, but it also leads to sciatica problems. So you might have issues in your nervous system and constipation. And so it deals with, like, it deals with the chakra. Your root chakra is connected to your bones, your nails, your colon, blood, and prostate gland. So that's why it's so important for us to find that balance. It's important for us to realign our chakra, because again, sometimes we just go to the doctor. They supposed to fix everything and heal everything, and that's not right. They
Right.
do serve a purpose, but not the only purpose, because again, we are made up of three components: the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so I want to add to that, because there's certain foods you should be eating for the root chakra. And sometimes, you have to listen to your body, like Melvina said. You have to listen to your body, because your body might not agree with most of these foods, but you want to try to eat any type of food that's from the ground, from the earth, that is red. That is a good thing for the root chakra. So let me mention some of them. So let me see. Hold on one second. Let me go to it. They have like pomegranate,
Mm-hmm.
grapefruit, cranberry juice, cranberries, strawberry, raspberries, apples, peppers, and potatoes. Even though they say that the purple potatoes, you have to watch those, or red potatoes, you have to watch them. So you just be mindful and careful as to what you eat. But then again, listen to your body. Try to get fruits and vegetables that have seeds in them. Nowadays you see a lot of stuff that are seedless, but
Mhm.
try to get back to the seeds. And why? Because if you remember when we were children, when we were younger, a lot of stuff we didn't experience until we got older when we started eating all this different type of foods. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna go too far in it. And so some of the so if you believe or you like crystals, some people like crystals and aromatherapy. So this is what they suggest for the root chakra: the crystals, red jasper, smoky quartz, ruby, onyx, garnet, and I don't know how to say this, but I'm gonna try to say it. Hem. It's Hematite. Hem. I don't know. I'm not
Hematite.
hematite. There we go. Thank
Hematite.
you,
Mhm.
Melvina. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hematite. So don't judge me. Some of my words don't come out right, but don't judge me. I love you
Ain't
anyway.
no judgment here.
I ain't talking about you because thank you. You was on. You hematite. That's what I'm talking about. And then as far as the aromatherapy, cedar wood and frankincense, and then I got one. I'm gonna spell it, Melvina. You help me because I it's patchouli, I believe, but let's see,
Patchouli.
patchouli, hey,
Patchouli.
patchouli.
Yeah,
So
it's actually patchouli. The L is silent.
patchouli,
Patchouli.
patchouli. So
Hmm.
would you like to add to the crystals or aromatherapy to tell us like what are the benefits of crystals if you know. Because I know
Wow.
you make jewelry.
Crystals, I don't even have any on me right now, but I usually have a whole roll of jewelry. Crystals are energy sources as well. And so if you ever been to a healing session or if you're ever interested, some of the practitioners, such as myself, will use these crystals and put them on your energy centers where your chakras are to try to help um, balance it. Crystals have a powerful energy, and when you put them to your body, let me just put this in out there. We are connected to the earth. We are completely connected to the earth. The crystals come from the earth. So those are the things that give us energy. So when you're out back to the grounding again, when you're out on the earth and you're sitting in that, the earth is giving you what it is that you need while it's taking out what doesn't need to be there. And the same thing for the crystals as well.
Mhm.
Once you use those crystals, even if you pick up one and hold it in your hand, it's just going to be a specific one. You're going to know it's for you. First of all, it's going to pull towards you. So you're going to know which one you need to have because you can go to a crystal store. And I encourage anyone who's interested in this to go to a crystal store and just look. Because most crystal stores will tell you what that crystal does, what power energy it has, what healing powers it has, and what it's for. And if you get pulled to it, pick it up and just hold it in your hand and put it to your heart. And you're going to feel something. What you're going to feel, I don't know. But it's telling you you need me right now. It's going to tell you. So don't be afraid of the things that have already been created for us. It's here for a reason. Everything that has been created on this earth is for a reason. And that takes us right back to source all over again. So God did not make any mistakes when he made crystals. So whatever you're hearing, I'm just going to say this about hoodoo, spooky stuff. Now there's a such thing as hoodoo. We're going to leave that alone though, but it's true. It's real, but you need to understand the real about it. But all the negative or the false narratives that we've been hearing about crystals and things like that, don't believe that. If something in your heart and your mind is telling you to check it out, do that. That's your intuition, and you need to listen because there's a reason for it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have asked, but yes, that's what's happening.
Thank you for that, Melvina. And why is that so imperative? Because we have people that are just so gun ho and just believe in what they were taught. Whatever their way of life was like, this is the only way. You have to do it this way. Oh, you better go do it this way. Whatever that might look like. Like some people might watch this and be like, why they talking about crystals? Why they talking about chakras? Why they doing this? Why they doing this? Because we are just giving you a different way to learn about the things that make up your body. And so that's what I want to put that disclaimer out. I'm not a doctor. I'm not pretending to be a doctor, but I'm learning about other healing modalities that work for me. And so it's more people out here that want to know about it too, because again, I'm a believer, but I also believe that so much has happened to me over the course of these last couple years. And so I used to think one way, I had my mind closed off to learning about things that are spiritual, learning about things that are physical, learning about things that make me up. Because as I come into my authentic self, Melvina, as you came into your authentic self, you had to discover what worked for you, not what
Exactly.
mama said, not what daddy said, not what the pastor, preacher, cousins, and everybody else tried to say. Because at the end of the day, many of us lost our way. And so I love the fact that I can think for myself, I can learn for myself, and I can seek counsel that is wise spiritually, physically, mentally, for what I need. Because I remember when I was having heart palpitations, I know when I'm not feeling good in my body and I breathe, I practice deep breathing, or I meditate, or I read, or I do something, and it works for me. And so I want to help others not be afraid, because when you experience trauma at any point in your life, sometimes you be afraid to go to the doctor. So what are you going to do in the meantime? You're going to continue to live in pain. You're going to continue to suffer silently. You're going to continue to just be withering away because you're afraid to try something new or different that may help you on your journey, as you remove the blocks, remove the fear, remove the insecurities and everything else that might be causing you to have this pain. So grounding, that might actually help you. That might actually allow you to get that confidence, that boldness you need to show up, so that way you can go to the doctor. Because like I said, a lot of things happen traumatically that causes people to go into a panic, and they don't want to seek for help. So sometimes we have to do this holistic alternative to allow people to feel so they can heal. But we show you how to do it in order for you to release them energy blocks, to release that
Exactly.
fear and everything else. So like Melvina had mentioned, she touched on it a little bit. She says she's a Reiki practitioner. And so I want you, even though we didn't say we was going to do this, she didn't even know I was going to ask her, but Melvina, can you really just talk about being a Reiki practitioner? Because again, for people that have been closed-minded for so long, and they be like, oh, you can't touch me, or that's not a real thing. But when you go to church, okay, this is, I'm about to show you how this all go hand in hand. So when you go to church and the pastor, the preacher, the teacher, whoever lay their hands on you, what do you think they're doing? And then they be like, sometimes and then y'all be like, this person can't touch me because I don't know what they dealing with, and they done tried to put their hands on me, and that spirit jumped on me. So I want y'all to understand, it go hand in hand, because
Mm-hmm.
spirit is an energy. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's energy.
It's
They
the
go hand.
same thing.
Okay, back to you, because I want people to get that out their mind. So it's time to educate. We both are educators. That's why we are here. So Melvina, your turn.
So, Reiki is a form of energy healing, just like the crystals are. It's a form of energy healing. It's an alternative medicine. Um, the technique is called palm healing. So you use your hands, just like she just mentioned, like they do in church. It's the same thing. Same thing. You know, it could be either over the body. You don't necessarily have to touch anyone, or it can be hands on. It's a universal energy. We're pulling in the energy from the universe, also source, God, whatever you want to call on. It's no problem. It's okay. It promotes relaxation. It reduces stress and anxiety just through that gentle touch. When a practitioner touches you, they're going to feel either heat or something. And sometimes the person who's actually receiving the Reiki healing is going to feel something. You know, sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. It just depends, you know, how in tune you are. Maybe it's just not that time for you to feel it. Maybe you'll feel it later on. So you would have to take it, you know, pretty easy. You know, this is a serious it's a serious healing, but it's not like one of those life or death type of situations. But when a person really is open to receiving the healing that they're actually looking for, then it'll happen. You will feel different. We ask people to drink a lot of water after the session goes on so you can cleanse your body from any impurities that may block you from receiving the energy from the earth and from the universe. Um, so basically, that's what it is. It's the laying on the hands to each energy center. It's feeling and concentrating on anything that you may feel was a heat source or something, or a vibration or something. Again, from each other. And not only that, I just want everyone to know Reiki doesn't just have to be done by a practitioner. Just like laying on the hands does not have to always be by a pastor or minister or someone. You have the ability, we all have the ability to heal ourselves doing the same things. Just like in church, you get that done because you don't know how, you want to understand it. But what if there comes a time that you can't get to a church? You believe in those words, don't you? So the same thing with the Reiki practitioner. There is such thing called distance Reiki. And that same person can do the same things. It's the same thing whether you call it a Reiki practitioner or whether you call it a pastor. They look for, we both on both sides look for the same thing. So what I'm trying to say is, and I had that in my head while you were talking earlier, Teresa, it's not saying that one or the other is wrong. It's just another way. It's not wrong. What the bishops and pastors do in the churches are not wrong. What the Reiki practitioners do is not wrong. What the clinicians do is not wrong. Reiki is just another way. And you have to find your way. But don't be afraid to go out and experience it with someone who is actually serious about doing it. Don't just jump in on the bandwagon with anyone, because a lot of people, some people can do it for just fame and fortune, you know. But I've done this for so long. I was doing Reiki before I even knew I was doing Reiki.
Same here. Same here.
So it's wonderful.
And so, and our ancestors too, because they
Yes.
always was able to heal themselves, because a lot of them didn't go to doctors. I didn't know about a hospital until I was probably like 10, when I moved back to Michigan. So
Oh,
it's just different, because like I was in the country. Not to cut you off, not to
it's
cut you
okay.
off.
It's
Were you
okay.
were you finished though? I don't.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, I just wanted to say, like, because growing up in the country, like, the nearest hospital was 30 minutes away. So they didn't have it in the town that we lived in. And so the thing is, like, what were we doing? What was our grandparents doing? My grandma used to always give us if we were constipated, she always gave us castor oil. And she
Right.
always just all these home remedies. Like, we never
Mhm.
were sick as kids. It wasn't until we moved back to Michigan that we got sick, because we started eating McDonald's and all this fast food and stuff. So
Mhm.
again, it's what we eat. But I love what you said when you were talking in relation to the pastor and the Reiki special, and you said are the Reiki practitioner, but you were saying you got to get what you need, because can't nobody tell you what you need. You got to listen to your body. Now, when you go get the test, you listen to what the results are. You listen to whatever you need to listen to, but you listen to your body, because your body tells you, like, I'm in need of this, and you have to be willing to listen to it. Because I'm gonna say, I can only tell you about my personal experiences. Like, my veins be talking to me daily, and they like, we hungry, we thrive, I mean, we thirsty, we need this, we need that. And it wasn't until 2020, when all that stuff was happening, is when I started listening to my body. So I need y'all to
Mm.
understand, we have to, our body speaks to us each and every day. But if you so caught up to being like, oh, I'm sick, sometimes we can put ourselves to be sick, because we speak it, we believe it. So you got to think about what I'm saying. So this is why this is important, because it's a spiritual thing. It's not just a physical thing or a mental, but in this case, this chakras is what's in your body. These are points that have been in your body. That's why when you feel a lot of different pains and stuff like that, that's that energy that needs to be released. Like, so when you, I hate to say this, but when you vomit, when you
Mhm.
vomit, you're releasing something, because
Exactly.
it's been stuck. When you cry, you're releasing something. That's why you cry. It's like, it's not, it's bad, it's not bad. You have to release that stuff, because it's in you, but you got to get off. When you cough, it's like you coughing, or when you coughing up that mucus, it's like you
Mhm.
got to get rid, that's the toxin that got to come out. So
Yeah.
coughing is actually bringing up that mucus. So
Mhm.
think about what I'm saying. Yeah, listen, I ain't even no doctor, but I'm learning my body. I'm learning some things that I need to learn.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's good to cough up the mucus. But one thing we need to remember, and the shower would, she would get so much shit. The shower got on me about this so many times. Our body creates mucus.
Mm-hmm.
Our body creates mucus that it needs, and it also creates excess mucus that we don't need. So there's some type of mucus in our body that we have to have,
Mm-hmm.
literally. So, but to get rid of the stuff that's not good for us, that's on point right there.
Mm-hmm.
Not to make
Okay.
it that for some reason a lot of people are out saying that we don't and we're not supposed to have it, but we create it automatically even if we weren't sick. We have to be able to create mucus in our body. That's a part of our system. Sorry. While I'm
That's
talking about
create.
mucus.
Does she create her music? Get that out.
Get it out.
Get it out. So some of the healing things I want y'all to know about this. So some things to do that a part to are a part of like healing the root chakra is journaling and painting. So it says what so when you journal, ask yourself what keeps me grounded? What makes me feel secure?
Hmm.
What nourishes me? What am I afraid of people knowing about me? Oh, that's a good one. And then it
Hmm.
says, what am I of? Wait a minute. It says, if I felt secure and grounded within myself, I would do what? And then the last one it says, if I knew I wouldn't fail, I would. So these are good questions to
Those
ask
are
yourself.
really good questions.
Yeah, I might even post them later, but I'm gonna say it again. It says, what keeps me grounded? Number one. Number two, what makes me feel secure? Number three, what nourishes me? Number four, what am I afraid of people knowing about me? Number five, if I felt secure and grounded within myself, I would. And then the last one, if I knew I wouldn't fail, I would. So ask
Hmm.
yourself this. Ask yourself this.
I like those questions.
Me too. Me too. And I want y'all to know I just did research. I found this online. I want y'all to know. So anything I say, you do the work and research it. Find it for yourself. These might
Hmm.
not resonate with you, but find it. Do the work yourself. And
Hmm.
then, do you have anything you want to add to that? Because you paint. So can you talk about painting if you don't mind?
Yeah, I do art therapy, and what happens? Paint colors have energy as well, and you can pull from different colors. Now, the information as far as what the colors mean, I don't have in front of me right now. But say, for instance, you were in a paint class or art class, or art therapy class, and my goal would be to try to get you to just be free and put your emotions out on that canvas. So you made, and it doesn't have to be any certain fashion, any form, and this is what you call abstract art. Because basically, what you're doing is taking those emotions. Have you ever heard the expression, let your anger put it to work? Take that and turn it into something positive. So you
Mm.
take those emotions, that fear, that anger, whatever it is you're feeling in the art therapy class, and you get to put it out on that art, on that canvas. You may just it doesn't have to be a certain design. You just go for whatever you feel like you want to put on there. You're pulling out from that, and there's music playing for the whatever chakra or whatever inspirational theme we're putting on for that day. Then you get to just kind of like feel the music, go into yourself without any distractions, and just create. And then you get the. It also reminds me of my my session for each of my clients when I ask them, "Who are you?"
Mm.
Because I tell them to write down, color, or draw a picture of yourself and explain. And you just get to be you and be real with it. So in the art therapy class, this is what you do. You get to open up and just let out whatever you're feeling at that moment and release it because it needs to come out.
I love that. So you offer classes, and if so, when we gonna host the class so that way I can participate and I draw my and put my emotions on there because you host it virtually.
I can host them in person or virtually. I also can do healing parties or therapy parties. If you're interested in doing something like that, we can do something like that as well. If you are like out of state, you want me to come, of course, that's going to be a fee. But if you want to do it virtually, we can do that. And I would tell you exactly what supplies you would need so we can have the virtual party. And again, for a fee, um, we can make it happen. Because even if you're not in person, we can make anything happen. If you really want the work done and you really want to go into that healing part of your life, we can make it happen. I guarantee you.
Melvina, you just sparked something into my life when you just said that, because me and Melvina are actually having a retreat very soon. And so we're going to actually host the art therapy session. So that'll be something that's included into the your package for the retreat, because it's a healing retreat, but we're also going to do something else. But I can't tell y'all right now. I don't want y'all to get too excited, but we might do a art therapy class here in Texas. So if you are in Texas, she's going to, I'm going to fly her out here to Texas, so that way we can host an event, because I want people to know who I am locally. And I just want to do something new and different that I haven't did before, and this is a part of healing the trauma. So this is going to be fun, and I'm excited for this. So thank you for that, Melvina.
You are so welcome. Thank you.
So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Well, maybe you know, so I want to make sure I say this right. Our mantra for the root chakra is lam. You know about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So for those that like doing mantras, I'm going to just say this. You can take it, you can do it if you want to. It says, envision the color red glowing at the base of the spine, grounding you to the earth. So you can sit down, cross your legs, and like I say, put your fingers like this if you want to. I hope I'm holding my fingers right. Okay, and you can do like that, or you could just have it whatever makes you comfortable. It says, I am peaceful, protected, and secure. I am safe always. I am loved, and I love my body. And then it says, repeat the lam 3 times. So this is very vital. So I'm going to say it again. It says, envision the color red glowing at the base of the spine, grounding you to the earth. I am peaceful, protected, and secure. I am safe always. I am loved, and I love my body. And then again, you repeat it 3 times. So why do you feel like this chakra, or knowing your chakras, is important to you, Melvina?
It helps me to stay balanced, literally. It helps me to understand that I am more than just this body. That it helps me to remind me that I am actually a spirit living in a body, and that eventually I won't be in this body, and I need to understand who I truly am, you know, and remember the positives instead of the negatives. We have a tendency of clinging on to things like I have a headache, or I am sick, or I am, you know, irritated, or whatever. And when we mention, let's just let everyone know initially that the I am is truly the creator itself, and the creator is in all of us. So when we say things like, I am peaceful, you're speaking into that spirit of the essence and the essence of the Christ within you. So you don't, the one thing you don't want to do is say, I am sick, because what happens is you're saying that you are sick. You're saying that this, and the spirit does not have that attachment to it. The spirit is love. The God within us is love. So all those things, where it's basically blaspheming the spirit of God, the essence of God within us. And we are not our bodies. Our bodies may get sick. Our head may hurt. Our hand may hurt. But I am is wonderful, which is spirit. Spirit doesn't die. Spirit doesn't get sick. Spirit lives on forever and ever and ever. So we need to have that distinction. So for me, that's why I like the understanding what my chakras are. So I'll know, okay, when this happens to certain things to me, okay, what is this? What's going on with me? It helps me to pinpoint what I need to look. It actually helps me, and it helps everyone else to go within and find out what is stopping spirit from operating in the proper mode.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I love it. You gotta go within. You gotta ask yourself these questions. That's good. That's good.
True. You
Hmm.
can let ego is a tricky thing. If sometimes ego will stop you from hearing what you need to hear, and our flesh is weak, and it will get caught up in things that we shouldn't be caught. Yeah, you're going through the process, but it's only an experience. And when we can understand that it's only an experience, then we can kind of look at it from a different viewpoint. Okay, this is what I'm experiencing right now. This is how it feels. Okay, and what do I need to remember about who I am so I can stop all this nonsense going on within me? And you can look at go, oh, it's fake anyway. It ain't even real. I'm okay. I got this. Okay. Let me go take some cough medicine. Let me go drink some tea. Let me go do what I need to do and get back into the mindset of I am.
That's powerful. I don't know if people listening, but I know I'm listening because you just reminded me I am powerful. I am strong. I am successful. I am not allowing anybody to take control over me or
Mm-hmm,
anything. So thank you for
mm-hmm,
that reminder. I mean,
mm-hmm.
reminder. That's a gentle reminder that I needed to hear today. So thank you for that.
You're
And so
welcome, sweetheart.
thank you. And for me, it's more so me just knowing that I'm made up of these three components, and there are more than one way to heal my traumas. Because, again, like you say, or I should say, I am not the trauma. The trauma just was something that I experienced. And so
Mm-hmm,
I had experiences, but they didn't destroy me, but instead they taught me. They taught me what I needed to learn to be better. They taught me how to love more. They taught me how to show up more. They taught me what I needed to know about me. So now I don't look at all my situations and my circumstances like, oh, I got to be stuck. Oh, I got to allow this. Oh, I gotta accept that. I don't have to accept anything. I don't
right.
have to feel like I'm less than. I don't have to be bothered with people when I don't want to be. I just have to be me. And that's
Exactly.
powerful. Like when you ground, when you really come into understanding like this right here, some people might not even get this message, but I feel like the people that need it, they're going to get it. They're going to receive exactly what they need, and then they're going to be like, wow, that was me. Like I didn't even know, I was just having experiences. Because like
Mm-hmm,
you said, we're spirits, we live beyond this body. So it's like we just trying to come into understanding and remembrance of who we are. Like
mm-hmm.
you said, that's good, Melvi. So thanks for that. So this has been an amazing night, and I wish people would have been on here to leave their comments and questions. But if you have a question and a concern, and you watch this on replay, please say something. Please let us know so that way we
Mm-hmm,
can tap back in because this is
mm-hmm.
good, Melvi. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday because this was powerful to me. I liked it.
It was good. I love it. I love talking about the chakras because it helps me not only, help others, but also helps to remind me, and I can stay sharp on what it is I need to know.
Mhm. Okay. So do you have
Repet-
anything? What'd you say?
I was going to say repetition is the mother of all learning.
Yes, it is. So do you
Mhm.
have anything else you would like to tell our viewers before we go?
If I were to leave, since we're talking about the root chakra, the one thing I want everyone to do or consider this week is where you are. Where are you emotionally in this world? Where are you? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking right now? And what storylines are you taking on? How are you feeling? Are you doing any body checks? Are you doing mind checks? Are you doing heart checks? What's going on with you? Where's your mental at? You know, where's your physical at? Again, and where's your spirit at? Do you truly know who you are? And if you don't, and if you want to know, all you got to do is ask the question because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Hmm. I love it. So for me, just continue to evolve, continue to believe in who you are, and like she said, do a check, reality check. And are you right where you want to be? Are you not existing? Are you just existing? Or are you actually living in this season of your life? And then just figure out what it is that you need to do in this season of your life. Don't be afraid to show up, because again, if you have insecurities, you deal with stomach issues like constipation, and if you have a lot of the stuff going on within your lower area, you might want to align your chakra, your root chakra. It's more to it, but that's the first thing you're gonna start off with. So y'all have an amazing night. I value you, I love you, and I thank God for you. And we'll see you next week, same time, same place. All
Same
right.
bat channel.
Yep. Peace and love, beautiful people. Peace and love.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.